that, then you're in trouble. And if you see the teams coming out,
pre-season games don't come much more prestigious than Manchester United against Real Madrid. 10 days before the new season, a real test for United against the European champions. And the impressive Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, that is the venue for United's final game in the States. Can they end this tour with a victory?
we need that. I think we need to give our supporters something as well to cheer about. I mean, it's been divided the camp about this pre-season tour. But
David De Gea makes his first pre-season appearance, and there's a first start for Fred for United. Not much natural width in this lineup. Once again, Sanchez and Mata will continue up front. A couple of changes from the side beaten by Liverpool. Now Real Madrid begin the post-Ronaldo and post-Zidane era. New boss Lopetegui's got a young starting lineup, but star names Bale and Benzema play, as does exciting new Brazilian talent Vinicius. Plenty in reserve as well for Real Madrid.
of course it is. You mentioned some good players there. And when we started the show, I was talking about number 24, Daniel Ceballos. He came last season with a big price tag for Real Betis, where it was unbelievable. The first touch, the vision, the way he was putting his strikers through. But of course, coming to Real Madrid, it's a totally different type of fish. You have to fight about that centre midfield. That three together with Bailly and Fosso Mensah. Wing back on the right, Darmian. Wing back on the left, Luke Shaw, by the looks of it. Centre midfield, Pereira and Fred, and Herrera looks like the one who's going to be pushed forward.
5 games across America from west coast to east, and it all ends in Miami as the two biggest clubs on the planet come face to face. Teams that may be shorn of some of their biggest hitters, but it is still Manchester United against Real Madrid. And the first thing that really jumps out at you is the Manchester United formation. They have been playing the last couple of games at 3 at the back. We didn't think they were today. He looks a busy player in the centre of midfield. He'll be fresh, and even though he was, away with Brazil, he didn't play in the World Cup.
They'd be fresh and they'd be full of enthusiasm. Like I said, the biggest move he's had in his career. He plays for Manchester United, and he has that quality, and Alexis Sanchez does really well there. Goes past Vallejo, and Vallejo has to pull him back.
And Alan Chapman wants a word with Jesus Vallejo, the Spain under-21 international. Clearly getting pulled back there. Goodness me, it's a rugby tackle virtually. Darmian's throw. Cross comes to Shaw.
It's a good ball, he's onside.
Flag stays down, side netting. What an opportunity. Well, you'd have expected Juan Mata perhaps to do a little bit better than that. I wonder if he thought he was offside, but the flag stayed down. He had a lot of space, but he just couldn't seem to bring it under his spell.
That's Alexis Sanchez's favorite position, when he comes in on his right and searches for that. But if somebody deserves credit as well for that Champions League win, so it's Keylor Navas. He was fantastic in the later stages of La Liga.
Vinicius, nice touch. Here's Fred. Done well to win that free kick. He had 4 white shirts around him.
It is, and he was looking for options, and I would like us to move off the ball a little bit better, especially for a player like Fred, when he's deep down in our own half, not to be losing it there. It's only his good skill and his balance that takes him out of this and wins as a free kick.
Llorente pulled him back, and then Benzema got involved. Here's De Gea. His first appearance of pre-season. He's looking to pick out Darmian under pressure from Hernandez. He nodded it on nicely to Mata. He seems to have hurt himself in that challenge from Javi Sanchez.
Sanchez comes in with his arm straight into his back, and that can hurt a bit. Back of his head. That's a good ball.
Darmian's in. Sanchez waits. There he is, 1-0. Alexis Sanchez, terrific finish. Great run by Darmian. He pulled it back. Sanchez did the rest. United lead Real Madrid 1-0.
Nicely worked as well there. Credit to Herrera as well. Great run from Darmian. And what I liked about it as well, he actually got his head up and pulled it back to Sanchez. And it's important that Alexis Sanchez starts scoring them goals. You were talking about that, lift the burden off Romelu Lukaku. And on the 10th of August, if you're going to win, Alexis Sanchez needs to be in positions like that, scoring them goals and bringing them victories.
Well, credit to Darmian for picking out his man. And Sanchez, who scored against AC Milan earlier in this tour, has now scored against Real Madrid. Really sharp finish. So United ahead.
They took the right runs, collected the right ball. First of all, Darmian punts it forward, been lucky to reach Juan Mata. But look at the eyes and look at Alexis Sanchez pointing, I want it here. And the knockdown and Herrera's understanding to come into that ball. 2-0. Lovely left foot Juan Mata as well, because Alexis Sanchez points, but it's not that easy to pick that ball out. And Vallejo is a bit unlucky there as well, because the ball goes through his legs and beats Casilla.
Well, the Spaniard scores against the Spanish Giants. Ander Herrera makes it 2-0. It's an interesting conundrum for the season when you see Sanchez and Mata so high up the field and linking so well and clearly have an understanding. Two clever players.
Well done, Scott McTominay. Reads that ball, goes early.
Hernandez again. Just clips the ball forward. Bale shot. Oh, just whistles wide. Either De Gea was very, very confident that was going wide, or he'd given it up.
I think we were a bit fortunate there as well, because you know what this man is going to do when it cuts in on his left. And look at that dip on the ball. I'll trust David De Gea, I think.
He knew.
World's best had that covered anyway. He knew. Water break.
Yes, we've had half an hour, and as is customary in these games, there is a hydration break.
I almost forgot it's actually humid down there, because when me and you are sitting, Stuart, it feels like I'm in Iceland, in Reykjavik now, because he's so...
You're playing so far forward, particularly if you're a Real Madrid fullback.
Of course, but tough task ahead of him as well. I mean, Carvajal, that plays on that right, is probably one of the best right-sided defenders you can find in Europe.
Ceballos gets it to Theo Hernandez. Useful ball in, goal back. Real Madrid, Benzema from close range. Wonderful ball in from Theo Hernandez, and in stoppage time at the end of the first half, Real Madrid back in it, 2-1.
Just looking at that Benzema run as well, he was just telling Hernandez, just put it into this space, just put it into this space, and I'll finish this one off. We were talking about the David De Gea having had much to do, and the first thing he does is picking the ball out of the net. Look at that run, nobody picks him up. He goes in between, behind Eric Bailly here. Great ball in, good finish. In behind Bailly, Scott McTominay got in, the Frenchman.
Well, what is it, third minute of stoppage time that went in. And, easy finish for Benzema. And we've got a game on our hands here. Karim Benzema. That's got the Madrid fans here going. Here in Miami, United playing some of their best stuff on the tour. Benzema getting a goal back for Real Madrid right on the stroke of half-time, but United had gone 2 up. Sanchez scoring from a great Darmian cross early on, and then Sanchez involved in United's second, linking nicely with Mata, and Herrera thrashed it home from the edge of the area. But United couldn't quite see it out to half-time. Benzema getting the goal back for Real Madrid. But goodness me, they played some terrific stuff in this first 45 minutes. So much better than the Liverpool game. A couple of fine goals as well. Sanchez with a low finish, and then Ander Herrera scoring as well. At the interval though, United 2, Real Madrid 1.